So many people from all over the world go to Munich purely with the intention of visiting the Oktoberfest. So the city is hustling and bustling with tourists and locals alike during what the people of Munich call the fifth season of the year.
Listen, even I, as a Latvian, I'm so curious. I want to go to Oktoberfest because I have seen these women carrying the beers with those big breasts. Oh my God, that is so awesome, man. I want to be there, and one day I'm gonna go to Oktoberfest. Guten Tag, my friends, my German friends. Today I'm reacting to Oktoberfest Munich complete guide. I'm from Latvia. I'm so excited to learn about German culture and know you guys better. So let's jump in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell for notification. Okay. Looks good already. Man, what an atmosphere.
Ayo and welcome back to Ayo World. Today we'll be taking a closer look at the famous Bavarian festival known as the Oktoberfest. The Oktoberfest is the biggest Volksfest, meaning beer festival and travelling fun fair, worldwide. It has been held annually in Munich, Germany since 1810, with exceptions only due to wars or pandemics.
Listen, that's very old festival. Wow, man. I know that Munich back in the day, it was a separate, like not a, like a country, basically a separate country with the own king of their or like a governor or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
The now worldly famous festival was originally not a festival at all, but the wedding of Crown Prince Ludwig of Bavaria and Princess Therese.
Yeah.
This was hosted for many days with various events throughout the city. The main event being the horse race on the 17th of October 1810 that partially took place on the area now known as the Theresienwiese in Munich.
Wow, imagine this horse race, man. Horse race back in the day, it was like F1 formula nowadays. I'm telling you.
The locals also call the Oktoberfest the Wiesen, which is short for Theresienwiese. The Oktoberfest takes place every year for 2 to 3 weeks, mid-September until the first Sunday in October, always including the 3rd of October and 3 weekends. So many people from all over the world go to Munich purely with the intention of visiting the Oktoberfest. So the city is hustling and bustling with tourists and locals alike during what the people of Munich call the fifth season of the year.
Listen, even I, as a Latvian, I'm so curious. I want to go to Oktoberfest because I have seen these women carrying the beers with those big breasts. Oh my God, that is so awesome, man. I want to be there, and one day I'm going to go to Oktoberfest. Guys, have you been to Oktoberfest? Drop some comments below. I want to hear your stories about this event.
The weekends tend to be busier than during the week, especially the second weekend, which is known to the locals as Italian weekend, as this seems to be when the most Italian visitors go. The 2nd and 3rd of October are also very popular dates, as the 3rd of October is the national bank holiday in Germany. The fairground is always full of hundreds and thousands of people, no matter when you go. The grounds open at 10 AM during the week and at 9 AM at the weekend. The earlier you get there, the better your chances are at getting a table or at least a place at one.
Man, look at the amount of people going there. Oh my goodness gracious. So much people want to drink beer and chill out, man. I mean, the hype around this Oktoberfest is so huge.
Especially on the first day, there are even people waiting outside the closed gates before the grounds open so that they can run in and reserve a table in their favorite tent.
I love the guy had awesome socks in this moment over here. Take a look at that. I mean, how gangster is this, man? This is the national Bavarian costume as far as I'm concerned. At least the shorts and the socks, right? So looks good. I would wear it. I love national costumes, guys. I just enjoy it.
A table in their favorite tent. This magnificent beer festival is located on the Theresienwiese in the city of Munich. The public transportation system in Munich is quite well located around the festival, so there are many ways to get there. The Theresienwiese is easily accessible by the same named U-Bahn station and is only a short walk from the Hackerbrücke S-Bahn station.
Ooh, look at that. I mean, the chain of the trains, amount of the trains going through the city. This is mad. I mean, wow, there should be a pretty big amount of tourists, first of all, going to Oktoberfest, as we saw, and second of all, the government needs to prepare the infrastructure, you know, to accept these tourists, because if they won't do it, it's gonna be like a disaster, you know. So yeah, I mean, hope they do it.
Named U-Bahn station and is only a short walk from the Hackerbrücke S-Bahn station. Taxis in Munich during the Oktoberfest double or almost triple their usual rates.
What?
So they're definitely not the cheapest way to get around.
Man.
But depending on what state you're in when you leave, this may be worth the extra cash.
Well,
the modern
I mean, everybody needs to make a living, you know.
Oktoberfest basically has two walkways. One mainly for the beer tents and one mainly for rides and other attractions. Some of the famous rides and attractions include roller coasters such as the Olympia with 5 loopings, the Skyfall, or the Wilde Maus. Additionally,
oh, it was the Olympian rings, man. Ah, I just noticed that. Wow. Oh my gosh. I thought like it's so bizarre shape, but oh my gosh, Olympian rings, nice.
Such as the Olympia with 5 loopings, the Skyfall, or the Wilde Maus. Additionally, there are fairground games spread across the entire festival, giving you the chance to win a now traditional plastic rose or more for yourself or a loved one. The shooting games in particular definitely give you that traditional Oktoberfest feeling.
Man, I love the German language, I'm telling you.
A highlight for most Wiesn visitors is the time spent in the tents. The beer tents are huge temporary structures that can hold thousands of people. To most, it seems impossible that these tents aren't permanent. They are so well structured, and the facilities are very well kept. Each tent is assigned to a certain brewery and serves only certain types of beer or other drinks. The tents also each have their own unique atmosphere and are known for different things. The Augustiner tent, for example, is more traditional and a bit more old-fashioned, whereas the Hofbräu tent almost turns into an 80s party at points and houses a lot of the English-speaking visitors.
Well, here in Riga, every May we have something, you can say similar, but on like 1,000 times smaller. Basically, we have Beer Fest happening in Lermanu Dārs. It's basically a park nearby city center, and over there like we have these tents with beers, but it's just a tent where you can try another beer. But this is next level, guys. Like, you come in, there's different atmosphere. Man, I'm really curious to try it out, man. I would love it.
Whichever tent you choose, you're pretty much guaranteed people dancing on the beer benches, drinking and singing along to the live music, having a great time.
Man, what atmosphere. Wow.
There are a few things that are good to know about the drinking at the Oktoberfest. First of all, the festival is primarily a beer festival, so most places will mainly offer varieties of beer from the local breweries.
That's no problem with that.
German and especially Bavarian beer
is my gosh, you saw that? You saw the amount of beers that woman was carrying? That was crazy. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 beers, it's 10 kilograms, man. This woman is so strong. Oh my gosh, this German woman, so strong. I don't know, I would say it in German strong, but I don't know how the word strong in German.
Beer is already stronger than most other beers, but the Oktoberfest beer is usually even a bit stronger, as the beer for the festival is specially brewed. This just means you need to be careful and more aware of how much you drink and how fast, because you may be used to weaker beer from home and overestimate yourself. Security in the tents and on the grounds are always around to help out if someone is a bit too intoxicated or behaving badly. So
security needs to be working like clock over there, because when there are drunk people, there's a lot of danger happening.
There is no need to worry about that. Booking a table at the Oktoberfest is definitely not an easy task. Most tables are booked almost a year in advance
What?
and are reserved for companies
Man.
and standing customers. If you would like to
Crazy.
try and book a table, we recommend doing so in January or February or even earlier. In
Okay.
Bavaria, however, it is perfectly normal to share your table with strangers. Beer benches and tables are very long, and if you are not too many people, you can often easily find a place at the end of a table. If you ask nicely and are polite, people will be more than happy to share their space with you.
That's nice.
The traditional
That's really
attire
nice.
for the
I bet there are people like just who come and just try to find a empty space, you know, to fit in without booking.
Oktoberfest is the Tracht. Tracht is the Bavarian traditional clothing for festivities.
Oh yeah,
Men wear
yeah.
a lederhosen and women wear a dirndl. Locals are expected to wear this during their visit to the Wiesn, but tourists by no means have to. Tracht is quite expensive, so if you only plan on going once, it's not really worth buying some.
Das ist fantastisch.
You can perhaps borrow some off friends or rent some, but anything you buy under €70 is more a costume rather than traditional clothing. If you know you'll be visiting Munich for the
Looks
Oktoberfest,
good.
book flights and accommodation as soon as possible. The longer you wait, the more the prices go up and hotels fill up extremely quickly. When visiting the Oktoberfest, you're best to set yourself a budget and you definitely need to take cash.
Wow.
A lot of places in Germany and at the festival will generally not accept credit cards or debit cards. A litre of beer
Why?
or a mass costs about €11, and rides can cost between €5 to €15, depending on what you
What
fancy.
did cost 11
A
euros?
good way
Sorry.
to budget
I
yourself
need to-
costs about
Oh
€11.
no.
Festival will generally not accept credit cards or debit cards. A litre of beer or a mass costs
What?
about €11.
11
And
euros?
rides can cost between €5 to €15,
Well-
depending on what you fancy. A good
I mean, it's not a lot. 11 euros for a liter of beer on the beer fest. It's not a lot. Let's be honest, because over here in Riga we have in city center half a liter. It's around 55 euros. So it's okay. It's okay. I mean, that was a dumb reaction from me.
way to budget yourself is to decide on a certain amount before going, and then just take that amount in cash and spend that freely. You don't want to be thinking about money the whole time while you're at the festival, distracting yourself from the unique experience. Another important money tip is that you need to tip the waitstaff. The better you tip, the better the service. Our AO recommendation is to
okay.
tip very well on your first round, because then the waitstaff make sure to take extra good care of you.
Nice.
And then tip €1 or €2 per drink for the following rounds.
I bet the waiters are so busy on this festival. I'm telling you, they are like carrying non-stop. But in the same time, I bet they can earn a lot of money on those days. A lot of money.
Something to certainly consider is having a local contact number and the address of where you're staying on a small card to keep with you so that you can always find your way back after your tent and fairground visit. Keep in mind that this is the world's largest beer festival, which means a lot of people may be drinking and behaving inappropriately. Simply stay aware of what's going on around you and be prepared for bustling crowds. All in all, the Oktoberfest is an amazing experience, and it has a fantastic atmosphere. Being in Munich for the Wiesn is something unique, and there is something for everyone at this huge festival, from the drinks to the rides to the fairground games. We recommend planning ahead and enjoying the festival with a smile and a light-hearted attitude. Thank you for joining us.
Man, I love these cars. I mean, these like electric cars. Guys, I want to hear what's your favorite amusement in amusement park. For me, is these cars, because you can hit each other, you can ride around, and I have a lot of funny stories regarding it, because back in the day, a Dutch company came here, and they a Dutch amusement park came here, and I was working on these cars also. So I have a lot of stories, guys. I mean, maybe in future I will tell you, you know.
Attitude. Thank you for joining us on this visit to the Oktoberfest.
So overall, Oktoberfest is a nice event. I really, as I said before, want to join it, and I enjoy this Bavarian culture because it's very old. I love that they have their own costumes, that they have their own traditions, And also I love that those women are carrying those beers, you know, because they're strong beers for strong women, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and see you in the next videos. Auf Wiedersehen.